Hey everyone, I'm taking my bike out today to do some earthing. Here, I'm going to show you what I do when I do earthing. Here, you want to find a good spot. There's a few different spots where I live, where I do earthing. You want to do it in a place where there's a lot of trees, especially a lot of big trees. Where I live, there's a lot of big trees pretty much everywhere. But see these big trees here, you want to be around these when you're doing earthing. But okay, I'll show you what you do here. See, like right here, where there's like dry soil. So you take off your shoes and you want to put your feet, just bare feet, flat on dry soil. You want to have your heels touching the soil. And you try to do earthing every day, or at least like 5 times a week. Do it for an hour each time you do it, for at least an hour. Okay, so you have your feet flat on dry soil with your heels touching the soil. And you want to have your feet flat so that the sole of your foot is touching the soil. So you want to connect fully with the earth. Yeah, you want to have your feet flat. Yeah, so your soul. See, this is why they call it, they say your heart and soul. The reason they say the sole of your foot, this is because actually, see, your feet are actually big centers of energy, like your aura, your energy, and like your essence, like everything about you. This is heavily in the bottom of your feet. These are big energy centers. And so you want to you want to focus these energy centers towards the earth. And so this is basically, it's electromagnetism. See, most people, they see the soil, they just see soil, they see it's dirt. Well, actually, there's electromagnetic waves coming out of the earth. And so with the electromagnetic waves, and like I said, your feet, they're big energy centers. You're connecting it with these waves coming from the earth. It's electromagnetism. Yeah, see, your feet, and actually also your hands. Yeah, these are big centers of energy. There's a lot of like muscle and nerve endings and blood in your feet and in your hands. So you want to connect it with the electromagnetic waves coming from the earth, and also with the sun. Yeah, so when you're doing earthing, what you want to do is while you have your feet flat on dry soil, you also want to face the sun, and you want to point your hands towards the sun. See, your energy centers in your hands, you want to point them, especially like your fingertips. You want to point them, raise your hands towards the sun, point your fingers, and that basically absorbs the electromagnetic waves coming from the sun. So yeah, try to do this every day for at least an hour. And that basically kind of puts you on track with the energy coming from the earth. That's like basically how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be connected with the energy coming from the earth. You see, these trees, now we used to have the tree of life, and we used to have the big silica trees. See, like these big trees here, even though these trees are big, now we used to have the big silica trees, the tree of life, like if these were the big silica trees that we used to have on the earth, like the trees we have today, they're more like this. So like this, like if this was the silica tree, this is what we have today. So these are the trees we have today. So the silica trees, they would have been just shooting up in the air, just towering over straight into the sky, like straight to the top of the dome, the firmament. And these silica trees, and with the tree of life, they were basically a big web of energy. That was it was the World Wide Web. It was the big astral web. So these were they were silicon based life. Just like today we have silicon chips in computers and electronics. Basically the internet today, the World Wide Web, it's based on how we used to have the earth with the giant silica trees and with the tree of life. It's basically a giant web of energy and information and knowledge and communication. And so people used to basically center their lives. When we had these giant silica trees, people would live around them, they would walk around them, would climb them, and they would live in them. And that's how they stayed connected. That was the World Wide Web. Now, today, even though we don't have the big silica trees, with these trees we have today, and what I'm doing here, planting my feet on dry soil, doing earthing, basically we still have the same thing today. We have a giant web of connections going all over the earth. And that's basically the astral web. Now, unfortunately, most people today, they don't use this for connecting. They use the artificial internet that we have today. But you can still use this to connect with life, like these trees and all living things. And that basically puts you on track. It puts you on the right path and on the right energy level to be connected with the earth. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how the earth basically works. It's the light hole, the black hole with the green astral web, the green astral jet shooting out. Like the sun, we have the white light coming from the sun. That's the light hole. And down here we have the soil. The soil is, see, it's got the green coming out of it. So that's the earth. That's the earth is the heart. Remember, earth is an anagram for heart. So out of the earth, now the earth is it's your heart, your intuition, your intent. And out of the earth, out of the black hole, we have the green astral light. See, we have green trees. You see, trees grow with the light from the sun. They grow out of the earth, the heart, the intuition, the intent. So out of the light hole, from the black hole comes the green tree of life, the green astral jet. So yeah, you don't have to go to like the north. You don't have to be in northern Alaska, see the aurora borealis, or you don't have to go to the center land and see the holy grail, see the actual green astral, the astral light coming from the center of the earth. You don't have to be there. You can see it everywhere. And all the explorers that actually went to that center land, they said that that's how everything works. It's as above, so below. We're all fractals of this holy grail, the light hole, black hole with the green coming out, the green astral jet. Here's something I want to show you. See over here, you have these fruit-bearing trees. You see these? These are apple trees. Yeah, you see these? These are growing just all along the side of the road here. Where I live, you can find fruit-bearing trees just all along the sides of the roads. There's been times where you can come out here and you see these apple trees. And you see over here they have greens, they have pumpkins, they have peaches, just growing all along the side of the road. See, this is food. This is free food right here. It's growing all along the side of the road. Yeah, there's been times where I didn't have any money. You can come out to places around here. You have free food. You can just pick it just right off of the trees here. Yeah, you see these fruit-bearing trees. You should be all along the side of the road everywhere in the world. You shouldn't have to pay money for food. You have free food growing right out of the ground, growing right out of the earth. See, the earth provides you for what you need. It provides you with food so you can be healthy, you can live a healthy life. See, this is the healthiest food. This is organic, free food growing right out of the ground. So these fruit-bearing trees should be everywhere. Now I'm showing you these plants and these fruit-bearing trees. Now they're providing you with food, but what you want to make sure you do is you show thanks. You want to project your good energy towards these plants and these fruit-bearing trees. See, they're providing for you, so you want to make sure you give thanks for providing you what your body needs to stay healthy and live. So you have to remember, these plants are conscious. Remember, there's consciousness in everything, in all living things, and these plants and these trees, they're all living things. So you want to project gratitude and your good energy towards these plants. Like when you bite into a piece of fruit or a vegetable, you want to make sure you give thanks and project your good energy, your good intent towards that food, towards that fruit, that vegetable, because it has consciousness and it can feel everything. It knows what's going on. It can feel pain and it can feel love. But you have to project love before you bite into your food. This has actually been proven. People have hooked up, like, you can hook up a polygraph or an oscilloscope to a plant, and they can feel pain. They know when you're projecting love, projecting gratitude. See, what I make sure I do before I bite into a piece of fruit or a vegetable, I make sure I say thanks, and I always speak my intent into everything I eat. So I make sure I say thanks. I project love. I say I love you, and I say thank you, and I speak my intent. I say thank you for. I say I intend to usher in heaven on earth. Thank you for helping me carry my intent into fruition. And when you do that, it picks up those good vibes. See, plants know what's going on. Plants are a lot more conscious than people realize. You see, I talked about earthing and the sun, the light hole, and the black hole, and the earth, the heart. Well, if you just look, these plants, they grow with the light from the sun, and they grow out of the earth. These plants are earthing and sun gazing just constantly, and that's how you raise your consciousness. So these plants have higher consciousness than a lot of people, because most people aren't doing earthing and they aren't raising their consciousness, and these plants are just right there. They're connected to the earth, growing with the light from the sun. So you want to make sure you show gratitude, because the plants are providing for us. See, they know what's going on. See, the earth and the Creator, they want us to carry out our mission of bringing forth heaven on earth. And so these plants are doing their part. See, they're connected with the Creator, with the earth, and they're providing for us. They're providing nourishment. They're providing what we need for our bodies to be healthy and carry out our mission. See, they know what's going on. So if you say, thank you for helping me usher in heaven on earth and bringing my intent into fruition, they pick it up and see, they know that you're saying thanks, and they know that you're connected with the earth, and they will help you do what's needed to bring your intent into fruition. Yeah, plants can pick up pain, they can pick up love, and they're connected with this consciousness coming from the light hole, the black hole, and the green astral jet shooting out. Yeah, plants know what's going on.